Today I'm reviewing Freaky, a new horror comedy from the same director and studio that brought you Happy Death Day and Happy Death Day to You. Freaky follows the essential body swap formula that you've seen before in movies like Freaky Friday or Hot Chick. However, its horror twist is that the two people magically swapping bodies are a shy teen girl and a serial killer. Now, this girl has just 12 hours to get her body back and stop the killer from slashing his way through her whole school. Starting with what I liked about Freaky, the premise is a fun idea. It's simple and it's unique. I'm honestly surprised it hasn't been done before. It's really enjoyable watching the pair try out their new bodies throughout. Vince Vaughn fully hams it up as a teen girl with his voice and mannerisms, and Catherine Newton also plays the killer part pretty well. The kills in Freaky are also surprisingly quite good. I thought they'd be watered down or afterthoughts in a movie like this, but each kill was creative, used a unique weapon, and most were quite gory. We unfortunately don't get a lot of slashers in theaters anymore, ever since the slasher booms of the 80s and late 90s, early 2000s. While Freaky isn't a full slasher, there are a number of scenes that play out exactly like a traditional slasher movie. Those scenes were my favorite parts, and I wish there were more of them here. I wish there were more mainstream slashers in general. As for what I didn't like about this movie, the story is extremely paint by numbers. Every bit of it unfolds exactly how you'd expect, especially at the end. At no point will anything surprise you. The movie tries too often to have heart, but instead these moments just come off as cheesy. The writing is as subtle as a roundhouse kick to the dick. Way too often characters aren't talking like people, but rather spouting backstory or foreshadowing something for later. The characters should have just stared right into the lens when delivering some of these lines, or given us time to write information down. Every plot element is told to you multiple times, and just in case your dumb monkey brain still missed it, don't worry, there will be a flashback too. The dialogue is just painful. There are jokes that work and are funny, but too many miss really hard. Some of the dumb things the side characters are forced to say just made me wince. Freaky somehow simultaneously feels like it's lazy and that it's trying too hard. I know I'll probably sound like a bit of a pretentious dick critiquing a teen slasher for its bad writing. I'm usually more than willing to overlook shit like this in this kind of movie, but at a certain point it just became hard to watch. Overall, I'll say I enjoyed aspects of Freaky. For 90 minutes, I was entertained in some way or another. I certainly wasn't disappointed. I went in expecting a dumb teen slasher, and this was exactly that. I didn't expect a great story. I expected a lot of bad dialogue and stupid moments. This movie is like ordering from a fast food dollar menu. Go in with low expectations, don't expect much, and hope to be pleasantly surprised. That is my review of Freaky. Let me know if you plan to check it out or what you thought of it in the comments. If you like this review, please subscribe. I post new horror reviews and recommendations every Friday. Thank you for listening. I'll be back next week with a review of one of the scariest horror movies of the last 20 years.